Hi, I'm Morgan Albaum from the marketing team at WellTalk. I'm joined today by our senior product marketing manager and former health plan marketing strategist, Matt Schaefer. Matt, can you give us a quick background on your history working with health plans?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, I started at Kaiser Permanente in the Northwest. And while I was there, I worked with our teams to really spread our message of patient first care. And then I moved over to Regents Blue Cross Blue Shield, where I dove into sort of our fully insured lines of business and built marketing strategy along with business strategy for our Northwest region up here.
All right, Matt. So we know that one thing health plans are really focusing on right now is member loyalty. And in order to get members to stay with their plan, these plans have to show value, right? So what are some ways that health plans can stay top of mind?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think there's three things actually that a health plan should be considering. The first is really understanding the role that you play in your member's life. We are you are the most important thing to you, but you're not the most important thing to them until they need you. And so being there when they need you is something that is going to need to happen. Secondly, personalize things as much as possible. A 27-year-old with no health conditions is going to need something completely different than a 65-year-old who just got out of heart surgery. And so personalizing the message, the solutions that you're bringing to them, the understanding of their benefits that you're bringing to them, that needs to happen. And then the third thing is understanding that behavior change doesn't happen overnight. I mean, think back to a year ago when we all went home and were working from home. How quickly did you adjust to that new behavior that you had to create? Same thing with your members. It's going to take them at least 2 months. So downloading the app is not a change in behavior. Accept that. So how are you engaging those people on a regular basis over a 2, 3, 6, 12-month period to really change that behavior and create those habits that you want to see? If you can do those things, if you can personalize, if you can engage them on a regular basis in a way that makes sense to them, you will be top of mind and subsequently create a member for life.
We know that there are thousands of solutions out there, right? How can health plans help to get their brokers to really sell the solutions that they believe in and understand the value of having everything in one platform that really drives member engagement?
Yeah. Yeah, there are definitely a lot of solutions. Anybody that's ever been to a health convention can attest to that. And I think back to when I was young and sort of naive in my career, and I asked a broker, I said, why do you not sell more of our amazing solutions that you can't get anywhere else? And he said, well, because your competitor has that, and then your other competitor has 8, and then your other competitor has 10, and I can't remember all of them and do them justice. And so that sort of hit a chord to me that if we can simplify what we offer as a health plan, and if we can really make that an easy sale for the broker, we will win in the market because nobody else is doing that. And one of the ways to do that is to offer a single platform with those solutions that work together. Because not only then is the broker selling sort of a single solution, so to speak, but they're also then able to provide that ROI at the end of the year, because the two worst things that you can do to a producer are make them look silly when they're presenting to a client because they get a question they don't know the answer to. And the second thing is to not be able to provide an ROI story for them to take back to that client in a year's time. So by offering sort of that one-stop solution, you kind of address both of those things. And frankly, it helps the member, right? They're getting what they need out of those solutions, which is ultimately why we're providing them as health plans.
Great. And then finally, plans are running really tight margins and they're expecting those margins to get tighter with COVID. They're not confident that the new solutions will keep those margins tight. So how can they be sure that the new solutions will be effective and address critical gaps in care with their members?
Yeah. I mean, with gaps in care, I think that's a huge thing that plans are looking at right now. We basically had a year off from preventive care for in a lot of ways. And so, yeah, if you had some pre-existing conditions or some underlying conditions, I should say, that went unaddressed for a year, it's going to have some consequences to the plan's finances. And, you know, there's a lot of ways that you can look at it, but I think we have to go back to the personalization and consistent cadence of messaging and getting those people the care that they need. And, you know, you may offer multiple solutions, but are they the ones that are going to move the needle for your members? And then looking at, you know, we're starting to look a lot here at Well Talk around social determinants of health and DE&I, and how are you addressing those things in terms of gaps of care? Because those are populations that really, really need the support as well. So personalization, looking at your audiences, or excuse me, your membership, your population, and saying, okay, this is a population that really needs some support, and offering a little bit more there is going to be helpful.
Well, as Matt alluded to, you know, WellTalk can help you do all these things by providing the right technology and personalized support so your members actually engage with you and your solutions, and your clients see the positive results of an engaged workforce. We use multi-channel and multi-cycle communications to really provide that innovative and proactive approach to the member experience on day one. Thanks for your time today, Matt. This was super helpful.
Thank you. Appreciate it.